Welcome back, everybody. Today's video is me teaching you guys how I use unusual whales to create a watch list. And this video is for beginners to advanced traders. So make it a nice simple video for you guys on how I do this. So this is your main screen on unusual whales. What you'll want to first do is click up in the flow area. Again, this will pull up the flow for the entire market for the day. I have Palantir in there. I was making my watch list. So I will always start by making sure I'm on the menu there, and then you should see the hot chains and tickers. Click on that, and this will bring up your highest total option volumes on the tickers here. So the first thing I will do here is I will always hide the index and ETF, so you can keep them if you want. You can always filter by different sectors if you want. I will always leave it on all sectors, and you can always filter by cap size. For this, I do switch this. I will always start with the big and move my way to medium. I don't like trading small caps at all. So I will start with the big here, and what I would do here is I usually grab maybe like the top 10, 15 ones that I know about a little bit. So like this, I would grab Apple, Tesla, Amazon, AMD. Let's do that here. So I will always throw them in a spreadsheet. So I said Apple, Tesla, AMD, Meta, and then I will go back. And I mean, you can grab as many as you want, 10, 15, any company you like. Like if, let's just say you don't like trading Tesla, you obviously don't have to throw it on to check out the flow after. But yeah, like I would grab XOM, Oxy, Intel, Qualcomm, PayPal, Disney, GM even possibly. But after I do that in the big area, then I will move to the large area. And then I would probably grab Palantir and Ford. So Palantir and Ford are on my watch list for 6/28/2022. So I'm going to show you guys what I saw with that and what made me decide to throw those on the watch list. So I would say, okay, let's say we're doing Palantir and then Ford. So let's just say we went through the flow and didn't like Apple, Tesla, AMD, Meta, and these were the two that we were left with. So this is kind of how I do it. I'll filter them out, delete them after I look through them if I don't like them. So let's start with Palantir here. So back to the flow area. So you'll want to go back into the flow. You can always click live flow at the top. I'm just so used to clicking up here. Then you want to go into filters, and then I already have Palantir up, but I'm going to show you guys anyway. So Palantir, it'll pull everything up, and I'm going to have another video on how to set your premium range. Like let's say I don't have a premium range. This is zero, anything spent that's $1 to 20 million. So you do want kind of a beginning premium range. It doesn't matter about a max premium range, but you do want like a base premium range. So for this, I was doing 5,000. Just because it's a small, not a huge cap. I mean, like if you look at 5,000 on SPY, you will have hundreds and hundreds of orders a day. And then also with your days to expiration, you do want, I kind of like short term, I kind of like the week expiration, because if you take that off, I mean, we have 263 days out. We don't care about that. We want something that's coming, a move that's about to be anticipated. So I will always keep it about 5. Sometimes, I know some people post do like 11 days, 15 days, but I mean, it gives you a little bigger view, but I kind of like the short term more. So throw that back to 5, and I'll show you guys what I saw for that. So this is your Palantir 5,000 premium range to a max. So you can see your premium ranges are right here, and the thing that stuck out with me here is you have this nice 1,000 contract size trade, and you have a couple 400 ones also. So what I would do then here is I will pull up the Palantir chart. This is on TradingView. I typically don't use TradingView, but for the purpose of this video, it's easier for me to switch between tabs. But let's start here. So Palantir, we had people buying calls here out of the money right here, right at market open. So let me go, get out of here, Weeble. Alright, so if you go back in here, so the 831, you can see those contracts have not made their move. And when I say made their move, like let's say Palantir, we saw those at 831 and then Palantir went up. I wouldn't consider those contracts just because they were probably executed or sold. So back to unusual whales. So another one, you got 952 here, 10 call, and I'm Central Time, so let's go take a peek at 1052 here. So I'll stretch this out a little bit. And with bigger cap stocks too, it's easier to view them. Like let me just pull up SPY quick. I mean the candles are easier to read in my opinion versus Palantir, where they're kind of choppy. Same with Ford, they're kind of just in a very small tight range. But let me pull up Palantir again. So we were looking at 952. And that should be right in here. So 976 to about 982, 20 cents. It's kind of a move, but I feel like it's not a huge enough move for them to execute anything. And you can always check open interest on the contracts too in the morning if you are suspicious, like, oh, did they execute them or not, which is also another good option to check, which is something I will do in the morning, which is why it takes some time for me to get the updates out. But so that is what I've seen on Palantir. So let's go over to Ford now. So Ford, put that in and see, okay, even with this, with 5,000, we have a kind of more flow coming in. With this one, I bump her up probably to 10,000. And then you get kind of more of a clear view. So what stuck out with me on Ford is obviously the sweeps here and the contract sizes here. So these were all at 852 this morning. So let's go take a peek at 852 on Ford. Already on it. So 852 here. So yeah, you can see. Why can I not do this correct? Okay, here we go. So here's your 852 candle. Let me throw this on. So 852. So they probably bought around this red line. You can see these contracts haven't made their move yet. If anything, they were down a good amount. But with that size and stuff, you can always check to see if they closed out, cut their losses or anything. But this is what I will look for in a watch list here. But yep, you can see those Ford contracts have not made their move down at all. So this would be a viable trade for me as well. And then I would, I mean, I throw in the underlying price. You can set it up however you want. So like Ford's underlying closed at 1204. Then contracts, you can go in and I find the ones with the most open interest. Or kind of the best ones. I mean, calling out for a group. If it's a single person, you can do contracts that have 500 people, or I mean 500 open interest. But if I'm calling out to 10,000 people, I want there to be liquidity on these chains. So that's why sometimes you'll see me, I'm a little away from the money. And then entry price, you can find your target where you want to enter and all that. But that is kind of the basic thing for me creating my watch lists here. And also I will sometimes come and take a peek in here. So if you just right click on that, on the ticker symbol, It'll pull up your intraday analyst, and I will always go and take a peek at the flow levels every once in a while. And you can just kind of see what the floor traders are doing here. 172 days. Again, we don't care about what's 172 days away. You can see the dark pool trades, and then your whales, like your $1,000 whales, $5,000 whales, 15,000, 30,000, and you can always check down here and it'll kind of show you which contracts they're targeting and the dates. But that is my simple video on how to create a watch list. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment, tweet me, ask in the Discord, and also if you're interested in trying unusual whales, I do have a 5% off discount code, which I will leave under the video here. Otherwise, you guys have a great night.